Alright, welcome to the action button. Once again,
Yay!
today we're playing Metal Gear Solid V, Ground Zeroes, Technical Espionage Action.
Yeah, not to break the illusion or anything, but when we started, at the beginning it was just kind of like a sort of test thing to see if we liked, see if we liked it and see if we could do it.
That is to say that it being this channel.
Yeah, and we just, as of today, we just decided on the name of what we're going to call the channel.
Which is action button. So welcome to it. You probably know this because you clicked on the title. You saw the video. You saw the slide card, the preview. So we're gonna play some Metal Gear. So we're gonna start a new mission.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hank is a pro at this. He self-proclaims.
No pressure.
He's never been seen.
No
ever,
pressure.
Ever.
No pressure.
As far as this base is concerned, Snake doesn't exist.
Snake. Big boss.
Big boss.
In case you didn't know the story of Metal Gear Solid, well, you're in for a doozy, so we're not going to even bother with it. But we're going to take this as an opportunity because you've probably had 30 minutes to spare in your entire life, so you've probably beaten this game if you have a PS4. So if that is the case...
Or a PlayStation 3.
Or a PlayStation 3, that's right. So we're going to use this as an opportunity to talk about TTP, the Phantom Pain, and all the nice things associated with that.
Yeah, we're not really like looking to. I mean, we're mostly just gonna be messing around in here. Hank's gonna try to do his best to beat it best that he can. But for the most part, this is gonna be more like let's talk about Phantom Pain.
Yes, yes.
Because we are very excited about it. Has the release date been announced yet?
No.
This year, though.
This year ought to be. There have been a couple of leaks, or alleged leaks. I don't know if any of them are true. I've heard like March 21st. I've heard like, I think April something, 28th or something like that. I don't know. But I think about halfway through the year. I think worst case scenario, we're probably going to get this at the end of this year.
Yeah, it seems to be a kind of a trend lately of being like, this game will be coming out next month.
Versus having a super long development cycle where they tell you like when they don't even start development yet.
Yeah, right? I really think, I don't know. I think like part of it is the excitement of like being like, oh my god, it's coming out next month.
Let me just mention something quick. You actually saw, I don't think this is the PS3 version. You actually saw the reflection of the XOF patch in that soldier's goggles, and so it read Fox. I thought that was interesting. I don't know. Anyway, what were you saying? Okay, anyway. Oh yeah, well there is a tendency now to have a game in development before you announce it.
Oh yeah.
So I'm kind of glad it makes the wait for some games a little more bearable.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense because like making games isn't like making like a movie where like the like you can set up dates of when like to record something and post-production and stuff like that. But often games will be like coming out this date and then like it's not ready and then come out next date and postpone things, and I think this is like kind of like the new way of doing things, of just kind of like leaving it vague until it's coming out like really soon, until like they're practically done with it. And
well, at least with AAA titles, indie titles and early access games are still kind of, but that's a different beast entirely. Anyway, here's to you, Nicola and Bart. Rest forever here in our hearts.
The last and final is yours.
Your victory
is your triumph.
Is our triumph.
It's our triumph.
I think it's our triumph. Because I believe there are revolutionaries who
who died
who were executed.
Yes.
So we're gonna skip that. Because
it's a good song though.
It's a good song. Yeah, I like the music. Like, I don't think we need to talk about standing, but...
I played through this a few times, hence the guns on the ground.
Yeah, so... I pretty much know where all the guys you can see from here are, so I'm just going to real quick scope them out. And you don't have to. This is really just, habit for me at this point, but it's good to have spatial awareness and all that, like Kaz is talking about. But anyway, as I'm doing this,
I feel like you kind of have to.
yeah, there's some parts where it makes it more easier.
I mean, they got rid of the radar, which is a huge staple in like the Metal Gear series.
Well, I think it just grew beyond the radar. I think the radar stopped being a viable option in terms of, you know, when you have such a huge open world, I don't know. I like how they did it in Metal Gear Solid 3, how it was like a really low-tech radar, and you needed to like, you didn't have any one radar that did it all. You had 3 radars that did 3 different things, and you had to use them together to get the best picture.
I never used the radars.
I rarely used them either, but I just thought it has the coolest implementation.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah. The only time I ever used like the technology in Metal Gear Solid 3 was during the end. Boss.
Yeah, or I used it during the
you can bring up the target's location on your iDroid.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about some Phantom Pain. So I'm going to assume that the Phantom Pain is going to use the same gameplay mechanics and all that. I know that there's a few new options in terms of what you can tell your the people you get like this, and gadgets you can use and things like that.
Yeah.
And obviously there's a lot of items. This is basically the beta of the Phantom Pain.
I wouldn't say beta. I'd say more like a demo.
Yeah, demo, probably a better word.
I mean, it's really exactly what it is. It's a demonstration of what Phantom Pain's going to be like.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some things left out, so I guess you could almost say it's an alpha. But beta means that the game is complete, and they're just still working through some bugs. It's all the content is in the game. They just need to like fix everything. Alpha means that not everything is in the game yet.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, you could argue that, but they're 2 different games basically. I don't think they should be treated as really the same game by any level. But anyway, assuming that this is how Metal Gear Online and Metal Gear Solid, the Phantom Pain, are going to play, I'm pretty excited because ever since Metal Gear Solid 4, which I felt was kind of a flawed masterpiece, I really like the direction they took the series in terms of... Ooh, shoot.
It's fine.
In terms of how the game plays. Oh, he didn't see me. Oh, for God's sakes. Anyway.
I think we're going to be taking turns on this. Hank's going to want to try a few times, but...
No, I'm not going to try a few times.
Okay.
I'm just going to... Sorry, I'm messing around.
Don't push yourself.
Yeah.
Fall back to a safe
One of the main things, I think... Did you finish your point?
I don't know.
The main thing that I think Hank is interested in is the announcement of Metal Gear Online.
Oh yeah.
Which was it in Metal Gear 3?
Yeah. There are 3 Metal Gear Onlines, including the one that's coming out. And the one for 3, I never played it. I think there's a lot of people who are fans of it, but I never did.
Yeah.
But
it goes up and just comes back down like real quick, right?
Yeah. The issue with that, and that's always the issue. You know, they just don't want to pay to keep the servers up. But I mean, I think you can argue that it's not technically the best multiplayer experience, but you'd be wrong, because it's not about to me at least, the individualistic gameplay, because it's a team game, and you don't see that in modern console multiplayer.
Yeah, it's more of a lone wolf mentality.
Yeah, and so like it's a lot harder to survive if you don't rely on teammates in Metal Gear Online. So
hide right next to that explosive barrel.
Yeah.
You know how I know it's explosive barrel?
Because it's red.
Because it's red.
Oh shoot! How do they see me all the time? See, I'm really scrubbing it up today, but I usually don't.
Yeah, all the difference is you have to talk and play at the same time.
Yeah. Anyway. He dodged it. Wait. Okay. I better go spray myself. Oh no. Anyway.
Alright.
Well, anyway. Did you wanna...
Oh, I'll give it a try.
Anyway.
I gotta remember how to
Yeah.
play it. It's been a while.
But with Metal Gear Online, it seems really cool because as somebody who's played Metal Gear Online 2 at least,
I'm playing now. Max. I'm Max, by the way.
Yeah, I'm Hank. So anyway, I, Hank, believe that Metal Gear Online was a really good game, and I really like the changes they're making if they keep the gameplay in the single player and they change it over to the multiplayer, and it works really well. I even think that the the tagging system works really well compared to the there's a system called SOP in Metal Gear Online, and it was also in the single player of Metal Gear Solid 4. But basically, you would, if you got one of your opponents or one of your enemy, fighters, and you stab them in the neck with a nanomachine thing, you could get the location of all their teammates for a brief period of time. And this allows it so it's more of a reconnaissance-based, stealthy thing instead of just running through up to people, trying to grab them. Because I remember when Metal Gear Online 2 people got really good at it. A lot of things people would do would be things like they would have the highest knife skill, and it's kind of a complex thing to describe how skills worked in Metal Gear Online. So let me just say that people would commit themselves to going to lobbies where they would train and using certain weapons to get better stats that were usually difficult to get, like knife. And so if you had the knife 3 skill and the CQC 1 skill, it gave you the ability in Metal Gear Online to grab somebody from behind and slit their neck, killing them instantly. And it's a little OP, but it's also at the same time something you had to earn, and it was really difficult to earn legitimately. But people kind of manipulated the system to get it. Anyway, hopefully there's a lot less of that, but, I'm kind of the mindset that if you want a game to be... If you want everything to be fair, everything else needs to be a little overpowered. Like, everyone has to be a little overpowered, I think. That's how balance is truly obtained, right? Right?
Right.
Anyway.
I'm really not paying attention.
That's fine.
I've never played Metal Gear Online. I know that every time Metal Gear comes up, Hank talks a lot about it, so I thought I'd give him a little bit of time to get on his soapbox.
Well, it's really good, and it looks like
I trust him.
And it looks like maybe because of Western. Oh, nice. He ran up right next to him. Maybe it's because of Western sensibilities, but instead of having the magazines, they have like those dogs now that make you infatuated. So.
Oh, and it's adorable. I think they probably still have magazines.
We'll see. Like they're keeping the goofiness. They're keeping the camp in Metal Gear. So
yeah, I really like that. Was the main thing I was worried about, honestly, because and it may sound like kind of.
Wow. Metal Gear Scrub, more like it. Although I can't really speak. Yeah, I did.
Man, this is a hard game to. Mostly.
I don't know, I just have to memorize it. That's what it is at the end of the day. It's just memorizing paths. I feel like. Oh, that was nice. That was really... that was really good. If you're listening, Max used the crouching animation to simulate teabagging on an enemy guard. So that was extremely hilarious. I'm in stitches.
Yeah.
I think that has gained us 5 million subscribers, 10 billion likes, and God knows how many YouTube dollars.
Just gotta go 10. 10. Oh yeah.
So you're doing good.
If it works, it works.
Remember, Snake, this is a sneaking mission.
Okay, I'm passing it off.
Yep, it's me now. So I'm gonna... first I'm gonna turn off reflex mode, because I'm of the opinion that's some bullshit. But yeah, another thing I'm excited about with Metal Gear Ground Zero, or Phantom Pain rather, is the freaking the Mother Base and R&D system.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
so hyped about that, because that reminds me of Dark Souls almost, because at any point during your game, somebody else can basically invade your base, and so you'll have to get off of your mission and stop them.
Yeah.
So I really like that kind of aspect, because I really like, one of the things I love about Dark Souls so much is how the single player and the multiplayer are integrated.
I don't know. I saw they had a similar system in a few games I've played. One of them was, I think, Saints Row the Third had that, where like other gangs can like take over your base. Excuse me if I'm incorrect on that. But I don't know. I kind of like when I'm doing my own thing. It's kind of hard to like care
Well, it's not about carrying. Well, I mean, it is about carrying, but I mean, the idea is that you're trying to maintain everything, you know, and
Yeah.
and like if you don't care about the research and development, the only way you're going to suffer is you're not going to have good equipment. You're going to be struggling with the equipment. And if your base keeps getting invaded and destroyed, then you're not going to have good equipment.
I mean, I care about that stuff, but I kind of like when I'm getting really into like sort of a mission, like I want to be in that moment of this is like what I'm doing right now, and having somebody being like, "Mother base is being attacked."
I see. So it also begs the question of how they're going to implement it. You know, maybe it will be like Dark Souls, where it's like you're being invaded by 420 headshot no scope XX, but you know, maybe it'll just be like it'll save a ghost data or something, and you have to find them before the ghost data gets to where it was going. But who knows? Anyway. I'm really excited about that, and the R&D system, I think it's going to be really promising in this game, because I think there's just a lot of... They have a lot of room to work on with, like, the gadget and stuff. Like the hand, the synthetic hand, that's going to... I hope it's like in the Peace Walker, where... I forget the bad guy's name, I think it was Strangelove or something, but I don't think that was it. I don't think that was somebody else. But he at the very end, he was like... Spoiler alert. He was like, "Victory!" And he did his hand in the peace sign, and he shot his prosthetic robot peace hand.
Hank actually did the hand motion, even though we're currently not being recorded.
Peace.
You seem a really sentimental attachment to that particular scene.
Oh no, I just thought it was funny. Like, you know, it's just a really funny scene.
Yeah.
And I think it'd be funny if another weapon that you could do would be like if you died, there was like some kind of bomb or something. I don't know, like that it would be a self-destruct bomb, but you know.
I think it's interesting that I really like that all his weapons are on his body.
Yeah,
you
I
can
like
only
that too.
hold
It's a nice feature.
like a few weapons at a time.
I wonder if it's going to be that way in the Phantom Pain, or if that's just something they did for the Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I am a huge like Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 1 fan, and there's a lot of elements that are really near to my heart, and it's hard to let go of those. I was just talking to him a couple seconds ago. Where'd you go? It's hard to let go.
Of what?
Of just HUD elements and, you know, the radar.
Get with the times.
And I know. Hey.
Jesus, it's just a new game. The radar doesn't work anymore. It's dated. The radar is not very good for what this game is. You know, it has a 3D camera. You don't need the radar anymore. The tagging system is way better for an open world game, especially.
I like it too. But all I'm saying is that I have like, you know, a huge sentimental attachment to like having like on the left side having my items and scrolling through them, and having the right side having my weapons and scrolling through those.
We still do that. You just have to go through a sub menu.
Yeah.
But you know, I should be able if I get this just right.
Do you think they'll add camo elements?
Yeah, they've got hats. There's actually a hat you can get if you get spotted enough or die enough. I think you can you wear it. You get the hat, and it's a chicken hat.
Okay, well that's not really a.
Well, it confirms that there's apparel in this game.
Okay.
So
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm thinking like, I mean, they took it. They had like the Octocam, which I really liked in Metal Gear Solid 4. But I don't know. A lot of people don't like having to go into the menu in Metal Gear Solid 3, having to go in the menu and changing out your camo. That was something I really liked.
Yeah, that's something I like too. But
and I like to like I don't know. It felt cool like going in and like when it's really dark outside, changing into like all black and like. I don't know. I felt really cool doing that. But a lot of people were really annoyed having to like do it over and over again. Hence, they made the Octocam in order to prevent that, to make it automatic.
Do they think I'm still here, or no? I think they lost that name. Yeah. Yeah, and I liked it too. But again, I feel like that's kind of a bit of a dated thing, like going into a menu to change your things and stuff. And they changed that in Metal Gear Solid 4. But you know, I don't feel like this game is going to have camo options in that regard. I just don't feel like that's what the direction they're going in.
Yeah.
But you know, that's just a thing. One thing though I am curious about is how they're going to handle, you know, the day-night cycle and how it's really going to affect it. Because in Ground Zeroes, they don't do a lot with it.
I have a question. I know in
Let's see. Like,
the enemies kind of adapt to your to like your playstyle.
Yeah.
So like if you do a lot of headshots.
sake.
If you do a lot of headshots,
okay,
they're gonna start running
let me just say real quick. Like these enemies, and I guess it's a good thing, but they just don't fucking let up. Like they're way harder to fucking get rid of than they know. Because they know where it's almost like they fucking know where you are at all times. I don't know. Maybe that's the whole point.
It's like one of the biggest AI.
They can't like they can see past that tarp, and I think that's just an overall issue that it has.
You can say all those guys.
Like I was hiding behind the tarp, and I never lost him. You know.
Well, I honestly think it's a guy comes, wakes you up, and I'm playing now. Max is playing.
Snake, talk to me. Snake.
I'm really sorry I'm scrubbing it up because I mean I've done this S rank, you know.